there, and welcome back to another episode of Sons of the Forest. It's your pal Filthy with you for episode number 8. Technically speaking, it should be 9, but technology is not my friend. You know who is my friend is Kelvin. Okay. Bye, I guess. I might have been too clingy there. Anyway, the reason I say that this should have been episode 9 is because I got a whole bunch of stuff done and recorded and everything else, and then I realized that my recording did not save. OBS decided it was being what I can only describe as a butthole, and yeah, that's the thing. So I'll take you on a quick tour. We're going to be working on the kitchen today. We're going to be building out the mess hall, so to speak, but I wanted to show off what we did. So I've been having an issue where cannibals are showing up inside the walls of my base, and my running theory has always been that, you know, they're climbing on like these trees and then jumping over kind of deal, which is entirely possible. So what I did was I built an electric fence around the entire perimeter here, and the pathway here, the stick path, was not necessary. I liked the idea of it looking a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, so there's that. And yeah, so the electric fence goes all the way here, and then we'll have to carefully hop over. Good stuff. And we can probably close this for now. Yeah, I didn't fence in front of here because, you know, if they're attacking here, I'm literally just opening this door and checking them out anyway, so it didn't really make much of a difference. And then I did, however, put an electric fence here because I questioned if they were climbing up on this rock and then over kind of deal. So there's that, and then the other thing that I built is all these light posts here. This one in particular doesn't have lights on it, but that is primarily because I intentionally didn't want to draw their focus up here in case they feel like trying to destroy my infrastructure. So then we come around here, if I can get past it. Oh, good stuff. And then I have another light post going right into the electric fence. I'm not going to touch it because I don't wish to get electrocuted. So all that to say, hopefully, this deters them from getting in. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure that they're not just, like, spawning inside the walls. And by that, I mean, in my attempts to record the episode that's now gone, there was several situations where, like, there was no doors open into the base, and then I would hear them destroying stuff inside the base, and then there was one instance of a cannibal being, like, they were grabbing a log from outside the wall and phased through the wall into the base, which I thought was kind of problematic. This is the other thing I did. I've talked about it in earlier episodes, that I just like the idea of kind of, like, fortifying the walls, and I think it makes it look a little bit crisper, because now... Oh, that door's locked. That's embarrassing. I think it makes it look a little bit nicer, that, like, it's not as dilapidated, and, like, the walls are kind of closed in, and the gaps in the wall are now hidden kind of deal. So I thought it looked better, but today what we are going to be working on is taking whatever this is. Thank you. That's very kind of you, Virginia. Thumbs up to you as well. Yeah, so today we're going to be trying to work on and build the mess hall, which we are planning on putting in this building here. That's why we have some firewood in here. So I think the first thing that we need to do is get it lined up in such a way that we've got probably at least 2 fire pits, if not more. So we'll see how that's going to turn out. Put this... Oh! Wrong button. Can I go like this? I want it, like, right up against this post if I can, which is now being problematic. Stop. Oh gosh. What exactly is the issue here? Okay, so I'm going to work on placing these off camera, and then I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I think I finally got this here. It was a bit of a pain in the butt to try and get it lined up properly, and it appears as though it is not really lined up properly, but we're gonna make do, because I can't keep doing that. That was quite challenging. The next thing that we are gonna need to line up is some storage, which we can, in theory, just drop stuff on here, but I don't think that's gonna work that well. So what I was hoping to do, what I want to try and do, is unlock this door. This might work, it might not, but we're going to try it anyway. I want to see if I can't build something like over top of this table here. Probably need a half log, so we'll cut those in half. Again, this may not work the way I want it to, but we'll see. And then we take another half log, put it on the other side of the table. Oh gosh. And in theory, I should be able to... Can I put that across? No. Okay. Put that like that. If I'm being completely honest, the building in this game has become quite frustrating. See, like, that's what I'm talking about. This is why I say the building in this game has become frustrating. Okay, never mind. We're not going to do that. We're just going to put shelving in where we can, and we'll figure the rest out. Okay! Challenges out the wazoo. It's okay. You know what? It is what it is. I think that stuff like that is to be expected, so... I wonder, though, can I do... Well, okay, we'll just place this like this, and... Why can't I... That's so far. Can I do this, then? Where... It's so buggy. Yeah, you know what? I've got an idea. Again, this might not work, but we are gonna try. Give me both of those, please. If you're watching this, I just wanted to go ahead and say thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching my content. It's really appreciated. I'm not really sure where this season's going to be going. I know I want to continue to build. I think the next major thing that I want to build is like a garage of sorts for the golf cart, and I'll put some supplies and stuff in there. Almost like a go bag, I guess, is the best way to describe it. No, that's probably a little bit too tall. 1 second here. Now, before we go any further, I wanted to see something. Essentially, I wanted to try and see if I couldn't turn this into a storage of sorts. I don't think I will be able to, but I wanted to give it a try. And then worst case scenario, we just... Oh, I don't even need this whole platform. I didn't realize you can put stuff, like, on the posts. Okay. In that case, I'm going to take this down and repurpose these resources another time, and then we're going to be putting a bunch of shelves in. Okay, so we got a couple things placed. I haven't added any ingredients, for lack of a better word. Going to be doing that in a minute here. I think what I'm struggling with now is just trying to, like, maximize the space. You know, and that sounds kind of cheesy, but, like, I want to make sure that if I'm using this as, like, a proper cooking area, I feel like I need to make sure that everything I'm using is, or all of the space is being put to good use, as opposed to just some of it kind of deal. And unfortunately, with these buoy balls here, I can't do anything here unless I build something on the ground, which I don't think I will be able to do unless I put a table, maybe? I know, like, it's in here somewhere. Table. But I don't think you can actually, like, use the table for anything. Like, I think it's literally just a decorative table. But we'll put it there. And then I liked this. I thought it would be like you can put, like, herbs or something in there, almost like a spice rack. And then, you know what? We're going to change this a little bit. 1 second here. We go back into storage and find this. And, oh, that works out. One like this, and like we learned with the, when putting together my bomb storage, well, it is still a ghost image. You can manipulate these things a little bit. Okay, well, they're not... That's probably the best we'll do, but it does sound like we're under attack, actually, so let's go see if we can't find what's happening here. I've also learned that the solar panel I created to power all of this stuff is a good way to get up and out of the wall, or over the wall. See? Boing! And so on. Yeah, so we'll keep working on the kitchen, and depending on how quickly I can get that turned around, we might fortify... Oh, hey! How did you, okay. Well, we know that the wall is working. That's a good sign. Or not the wall, but the fence, excuse me. Okay, so we know that the fence is working, so that's a really good sign. Not really sure what I'm supposed to do with all of them, since they're all the big fellas. You have a good day. Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, back to the kitchen we go, and let's see if I can't get this stuff built. Okay, so we've got everything built now. I like the fire pits. After all, I think they could have been made a bit nicer, that's for sure, but regardless, I like the look of them. I think that, you know, you can have meat cooking on one side while you're boiling water on the other, kind of deal. Like, I like the idea of having multiple spots to cook with, though I do think that I need to move some stuff around. Like, I like this this corner idea that I've made here, but unfortunately I don't think it works in this particular corner. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take all of these, and then I will move the shelves onto this side. All right, let's move these. I'm hoping this goes well. I have not been having a lot of luck with, frankly, quite a bit of this game of late. I've been having just not even glitches, just, I don't know if I'm the only person that feels this, but sometimes I feel like the universe is working against me, and this game is certainly no exception to that feeling at times. So that's what we're trying to work on here, and there you go. Not the greatest. Here, let's see if we can't get that a bit better lined up. There. That's better. Okay, so now we should probably start filling this in with cooking supplies and stuff now, shouldn't we? Let's start with our herb garden. Sure, we'll go with yarrow. It's the only thing that makes sense, I think. And we'll get all of our cereal and stuff on this shelf, and then our ramen. I'm gonna need to try and find a way to get a bunch of cooking pots. I'm realizing that I only have 2 of them. Obviously, that's not the end of the world. Like, it's okay for now, but we're definitely gonna be needing more of them if I'm gonna try and make like a proper like cooking operation in here. In the sense that, like, if I'm trying to have multiple fires going and like I want to make like a Greg stew and that kind of thing, then that's what's gonna happen. Is we won't be like, we're gonna need more than 1 cooking pot, because as of right now I'm just putting like, I only have 1 on the go and then 1 stays empty. So there's that. Actually, we will go grab the backup cooking pot. There's 1 there. We'll keep that for drinking water. Kelvin, you are a tool, but I love you anyway, buddy. and we will put that up on the shelf. Where is it? There it is. Okay, and you know what? Right now we're gonna actually, I've got a bunch of raw meat or rotten meat that I should probably try and cook, so we're gonna deal with that. Put that there. Okay, and I believe that cooks off. I'm never 100% sure, because there are times that I've left it for what feels like forever, and it doesn't actually cook off. That's my island of misfit toys of wood pieces. These are all things that I didn't need. Okay, so I think the next thing that we are going to do is I'm going to follow the lead of what I did with this building and just go around and fortify it. Again, I know that they don't actually get in here and it's not necessary, but I also know that I think it looks better. I think it makes a lot of sense, so that's what we're going to do. And then from there, what we're going to be trying to do is at least I think I'm going to hold off and do the garage sort of thing for the golf cart in a separate video. But what I am going to try and do before we call it a day today is I want to add a couple more light posts around here to see if we can't lighten up this place at night. Virginia, why are you just carrying a dead rabbit? Thank you. Don't look, everyone! Look away! I'll put that down. Oh, that's awkward. My table's coming through the wall. That's okay. I wasn't really sure where to put it, to be completely honest. I guess... What about underneath here? There you go. And we've got lots of shelving and what have you. Is the meat edible now? Yes. Oh, some of it just burned off. That's actually kind of cool. Really? Oh, it's burnt meat. Okay. Yeah, it cooked for too long. Okay, so things are looking a little bit different for you since the last time I saw you. For you, it'll be a split second. For me, it's been... God knows how long. But I do know that it's taken a while because I am tremendously frustrated. I will explain in just a second here. Kelvin, why are you just hanging out behind a wall? Or against a wall, you weirdo? Okay, you know what? Put on the pajamas. You look cute. Nice. Hey, buddy. So, yeah. We saw the building of this. I cut a rabbit and so on and so forth. And then I went on to... fortify. Actually, before I say what I did next, I will explain why things have jumped so tremendously. So I was recording, obviously. That's how you record content, is by recording. It makes a lot of sense, right? And I realized at about 45 minutes that my OBS software had stopped at about 29 minutes. So I'm no mathematician, but that didn't add up. Not sure why it's doing that. Maybe I need an update or something. I think OBS has just decided to try and make my life miserable. But regardless, we got the kitchen finalized, and then I went around and put defensive walls around this just to make it look a little bit nicer. I can't do anything about this. I thought about putting like a little wall around it, but whatever. It doesn't matter all that much. We do have random stones, which is nice. I think in the latest update, they've added stones to in here, because these weren't here when I started to build. Regardless, and then the next thing that we did was I added some more hydro poles. We had this one in place, and then I added this one, and I intentionally made it go all four directions, because if... actually, you know what? We probably don't need this direction. Yeah, we probably don't need that one. That's fine. Because we've got lights going over this way. Maybe one day we'll, like, replace this tree with a hydro pole or something like that, but it doesn't matter. For right now, it doesn't matter. So I did that. I made this hydro pole with 3 posts. And the idea being, the next episode or two, I'm going to try and build, like, a covered garage of sorts for the golf cart, and it's not necessary, but I enjoy the building, so that's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to chop down this tree preemptively, and then I will show you in a second here the last thing. Chainsaw away, and The last thing that we did, nice, you look so good, is we put, like this post here, and I kind of thought that would be like it's not like center proper, but just the way the buildings are lined up, I don't think you're ever going to get it properly centered. So there's that. So now I'm going to go off camera for a second while I grind some light bulbs and stuff, and I will see you in just a moment, and hopefully my software doesn't crash again.